And welcome to Halftime on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. My name is Gianluca DiGiacomo, joined alongside me today. Very excited and honored to be with Coach Brian Polian, the Vice President of Athletics and National Engagement here at John Carroll University. Coach, thank you so much for joining me, my friend.
I'm excited to be here.
So first and foremost, it's been a hectic year for you, I'm sure, in the athletic department so far, but an exciting one. So how have the first couple months been for you?
Well, it's been a dead sprint, to be honest with you, from where we were at the end of the semester in May to where we are now. You're talking about the continued construction of the AWE that has obviously dominated everybody's time and attention. The Hall of Fame hallway and the connector below, where that project really didn't launch until early May, and we had a hard deadline to get those things from an artist point of view. Early July, those things had to be done so that it would be ready for opening. The new training room, the new locker room. So that really dominated our summer. And then our preparation for the NCAC, making sure that we're all ready to go there, making sure all our staffs were buttoned up and ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah, and moving on to one of the elephants in the room, of course, Tuesday afternoon, we finally opened the Athletic Wellness and Event Center here at John Carroll. That's probably been one of your biggest projects, one of the athletics department's biggest projects, one of the university's biggest projects for a long time. So now you can finally take a slight sigh of relief now that it's open to the public. So what has that project meant for you and the university?
Well, to the university, I think it's incredibly important. It's in a very, very important symbol of the progress that's been made over the last 5 years. When you think about the library renovation, the student center and the dining hall, when you think about all the dorm renovations that took place, when you think about Gateway, the turf project, there's been $100 million of investment over the last 5 years into the infrastructure of this campus. I think, along with the clock tower and some other very important spots on the campus, this is going to be a spot that people go to and think about because it's incredibly large and it's beautiful, and it's an important project because it serves the entire community. It's been gone from a concept to now doors open over the span of more than 5 years in terms of when the conversation started. And it's just in this world of higher ed that we live in right now, where people are bracing and hoping that everything's going to be okay, this is a physical reminder of the growth and momentum and the investment that John Carroll University has made in its student body.
And speaking of, growth and momentum, one of the other elephants in the room, we finally made the jump to the North Coast Athletic Conference. It's been looming, and with this year will be the first academic year that we're in that conference. So for you, going off of your other NCAC schools, what do you think we have a lot in common with them, and what do you strive to kind of mirror with some of the schools that we're going to be seeing this year?
Yeah, it's a good question. So first and foremost, I want to again take this opportunity to remind people the NCAC move was not strictly an athletics move. It was the best decision for the institution and for our future. We have been very clear, President Mikiak has been very clear that we have this national strategy. We need to recruit more students from a national footprint. Being peered with the NCAC institutions will allow us to do that. So for us to go to New Jersey, Boston, Atlanta, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, these areas that we're trying to open up, when we go to these areas to recruit, they say, oh, John Carroll, that's interesting. Like, who do you compete against? And our answer now is Denison, Ohio Wesleyan, Oberlin, Kenyon, these schools that have a national reach when they recruit. So there's brand awareness there. So I expect that we will continue to compete at a really high level in the NCAC, and I'm anxious to see what it looks like come May.
Great. We'll take a quick break here on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. We'll be right back, and we'll hear more from the Vice President of National Engagement and Athletics, Brian Polian, when we return.
This is more than just your next 4 years. It's becoming a force for change in a land of opportunity, standing shoulder to shoulder with the world around you. Here, you will learn to grind, fight, and overcome, no matter the arena, and build a professional network of leaders across every industry. This is a place where you belong. This is a place where you become. This is John Carroll University.
Looking for a change that could brighten both your lives and the lives of others? Meet Spark. We provide adult day services, homemaker personal care, and reliable transportation to help adults with disabilities live life to the fullest.
We create a safe, positive space where individuals can thrive.
We are proud to serve Lake, Cuyahoga, and Tioga counties, and our dedicated staff is always ready to support families and the community.
Spark isn't just about services, it's about making a real difference.
Visit sparkspecializedservices.com and follow on social media at spark_serve_lake.
And we're back for halftime on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. My name is Gianluca DiGiacomo, and of course joined alongside me still Vice President of Athletics and National Engagement, Brian Polian. So Coach, going off of what we were talking about before we headed into the break, the recruiting, a lot of that John Carroll recruiting comes from Jesuit values, and I think that's what has drawn a lot of people in for a long time. So from an athletics perspective, from an academic perspective in recruiting, how do those Jesuit values really bring in new students?
Well, we tell recruits all the time, you have to focus on the things that makes each institution different, not the similarities, and then decide, do those differentiators match your value proposition, or do they match what you're looking for? And we say all the time that Jesuit is our number one differentiator. If you look at our peer group, we're the only Jesuit institution in the group. So what we describe Jesuit as is cura personalis, the care of the whole person. We're also talking about producing well-rounded individuals, and that the Jesuit core and the focus on philosophy, the humanities, everybody's going to take English, everybody's going to take history. You can be a neurosurgeon as a John Carroll graduate, but you're going to be a critical thinker. You're going to know how to write. You're going to know how to communicate. You're going to have emotional IQ. You're going to have empathy. That's what Jesuit is. In the 21st century, people can't be just one-trick ponies anymore. You can't be just a professional. You've got to be more well-rounded. You've got to be multi-talented. And in my mind, that's what Jesuit accomplishes by focusing on the whole person, the development of not only the mind, but also the body, the spirit, the faith, the commitment to service. We tell people all the time, I tell recruits all the time, self-centered people do not like John Carroll University. Other-centered people like John Carroll University, because we are men and women for others. It's in our mission. It's in our DNA. But we not only do we not hide from it, we celebrate it, because it is a differentiator as we present ourselves to prospective students and student athletes.
And to close things out, a phrase that you've kind of coined and a lot of the athletic programs have coined here, it's a Carroll thing. It's really sprouted about in the last couple of years. So talk to me about what that term means to you.
Well, it derived from something that I'd heard from when I was at Notre Dame. And it was, kind of, if you don't, if you ask me to describe the spirit of the place, I can't do it justice. It's a Carroll thing to me, kind of. It's so many different things. It's Mass in St. Francis Chapel on Sunday night with just the students. That sense of community, you don't get that everywhere. To me, that's a Carroll thing. The Jesuit Day of Service, that's a Carroll thing, right? The fact that our student athletes, we're out of 420 athletic departments across the country. We're ranked 39th in the Learfield Cup. We're in the top 10% of what we do. Yet our student athletes achieve to the same or sometimes a little higher level than the student body in the classroom. To me, that's a Carroll thing. Just like when you walk across campus, they look at you, they say hello, you walk up to a building, somebody holds a door for you. It's a Carroll thing. It's the way that we try to achieve in everything that we do instead of just being good at one thing. And I just tried to find a simple phrase to try to articulate that and encapsulate that feeling.
Great. Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time here. And that'll do it for us on the halftime show on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. The Vice President of Athletics and National Engagement, Brian Polian, joined us today. Don't go anywhere. We'll return right to the action in just a little bit.